No, this is not a clip on Generac generators, but this is another video on Dallis grass. Well, really all the grassy weeds. This is a Dallis grass seed head. The seed heads can really help you to know what you're looking at. Usually Dallis grass, I see it with 3 seed heads, one going this way, one going that way, and then another one at the end of the stem, the terminal going the other way. But as you can see, it's not always that straightforward, but that's part of learning, is knowing that it's not always like that. Here we have a crabgrass seed head. Again, there's different varieties of crabgrass and they don't all look the same. They all certainly don't look the same at different times of year. Here we have Dallis grass. It's got some purple in the base down there. You can actually pull it up when it's that skinny. Right beside crabgrass. And how do I know? Well, one is this is just really, it's less fibrous. I saw the seed head. Dallis grass has a really distinct midrib on the back of the leaf, whereas this crabgrass plant here, there is a midrib on the back, but it's not so pronounced. Whereas on this Dallis, I mean, it is like super duper raised, very obvious. Another really tall Dallis grass seed head right there. We have thousands of little baby Dallis right here in this low spot along the in between the neighbor's house, and so there's just Dallis after Dallis just everywhere you look, little bitty Dallis plants. So it's not always a big grassy clumpy weed. I mean, it's still a clumpy grassy weed, but it's not always so clumpy. Sometimes it's more vertical, especially if it hadn't been cut very frequently, which especially happens in a drought. You know, we all like to mow less rather than more, and so this Dallis has not been mowed in quite a while. And so I just wanted to show you those. That's definitely crabgrass, the way it spreads out horizontally there. You can confirm it by, it just pulls up so easy. Not to mention the seed heads, very different than Dallis. That's crab. Lots of crab here. You got some foxtail. Guess what? There's different varieties of foxtail, but that is certainly one of them. Crabgrass and foxtail, by the way, you can prevent with a spring pre-emerge. Not root foxtail you cannot prevent. That's another beast that you'll learn about as you try to get rid of, and you successfully get rid of everything, and you got this one kind of foxtail left, and it's like, what is this? And you'll find out that it's not root foxtail. I've got a video on not root foxtail actually on one of my grass ID videos. This is broom sedge. I'd be curious if any of you out there know that they actually use this thing for a broom. That's what I've always thought, because when you pull it up, it doesn't pull up the super easiest, but it does pull up. You know, if you had a big one, you turn that dude upside down. You could sweep, you know, back when people had dirt yards, they just sweep the yard. I can see it as a broom. And there's a broom sedge plant up here, by the way. It might look like it's a shrub, but it's not. This is broom sedge when it's unhindered. It's not competing. Nothing else is competing with it. There's no grass nearby. It's not being mowed. It's just here. And that, my friends, is a really good example of what broom sedge looks like when it gets really big. That's it when it's smaller. As it matures, there does tend to be this kind of hollow area in the very center that it just grows around that hollow center. It's not so easy to tell in that particular plant, but I'm just here to tell you that it does. Crabgrass. See the seed heads. Over here we have some foxtail and crabgrass. Let's see if you can tell the difference. This is drought stressed really bad. We're in the middle of a drought, August 2023. Can you tell what that is? Well, you should be able to by the seed head by now. That's crabgrass. Whereas the grass might look the same, but That certainly looks like a foxtail, doesn't it? Foxtail, foxtail, broom sedge, crabgrass, crabgrass. All right, I think that's enough for that one. Hope that helps.